So R&B Money came from
the pandemic.
The pandemic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tank it. And it's so crazy how him and I think. Like, we're aligned in a lot of things, in a lot of ways, where he'll call me and I was like, bro, that's crazy. I was just thinking about that. Or I'll call him and he'll say the same thing. And that's, how the podcast was. I mean, for me personally, it came from listening, though. I was listening to interviews. I would just play, through my phone and ride sometimes. And you know how on YouTube it'll go from one video to the next just randomly. And I don't know what the initial video was, but somehow it ended up on a George Foreman interview.
Okay.
And he was talking about how boxing, I can't think of it verbatim now because I've never even seen the actual interview.
Right.
I thought I heard it, right?
Excerpt, right.
Right? I thought I heard it. I haven't, and it's funny enough, I haven't even gone back to try to find it. It's just like it impacted me in it, and I just took it for what it was.
Yeah.
But he talked about how boxing made him wealthy but didn't make him wealthy. The fame of boxing
made him wealthy.
And then he talked about how he was a spokesperson for other companies at first because of his fame, which ultimately led to him having a conversation with someone who said he needed his own product.
Okay.
Which became the Foreman Grill.
Foreman Grill.
Which had already existed, was already a grill. They just attached his name to it.
Branded.
And he was able to brand it, and the rest is history. He made, $200-300 million, whatever he ended up making. And for me, I was thinking, like, what's my Foreman Grill? Like, what can be my Foreman Grill? And then I thought about all of the times that I avoided being famous. My whole career has been about me avoiding being famous.
Which is wild because you were an artist.
I was an artist because I love music and I love the art, and because it was also something that I was pushed into in the family, really early age. Yeah. So it was second nature for me. But I never wanted to be famous. But then I realized, I'm like, in order to sell products, to do the things that I want to do in business, it helps if I'm a known person selling it to you and talking about it. And my first thing that I tried during the pandemic is I had a T-shirt made in honor of my father that I only made 100 of them. I made them limited edition, and I sourced out all the things. I literally had someone make a painting of a picture that my father had taken because I had heard that that's how they did with blaxploitation back in the day. Like they would, for the posters, someone would actually paint them. They would paint them, and that's why they look the way they look. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna do this whole tour T-shirt for a street guy. You know what I mean? All the places he hustled, all the places, and that's what I made this shirt for my father. It was the 10 Toes Down tour, right? Gosh. And we sold out in like 7 days, 8 days. Sold the shirts for $100. The vintage tees, people loved them, sold them out, and because people had heard the story and different things with my father, and then with me as well. But I'm thinking to myself like, oh, this is how I'm going to do business. But I realized, which is funny because I kind of said this to you earlier, I don't do interviews. So I'm like, all right, well, to be famous, you kind of gotta
do a little bit of it.
So I'll do it in reverse. I'll do the interviewing. I'll sit on the couch. I'll ask the questions. So I don't have to be interviewed. And that's really, for me, my side of wanting to do the podcast.
Right. And then what was it for Tank? What was it?
For Tank, his is, he wants to be at the forefront of everything R&B.
Yeah.
As well as I.
Right.
But that was his main focus, right? But then
serving the culture.
Yeah.
Celebrating it, speaking to it the way that it deserves to be spoken about and to.
But as his business partner and his manager at the time, I'm like, they also need to see your personality. This is why it's going to work for you. You're really funny. very talented,
Very
charismatic, and I think a lot of times you just get looked as like this R&B buff guy,
right,
who's singing about love or heartbreak or having sex and all this other stuff, and I'm like, no, bro, you're really fucking funny, like really hilarious,
yeah,
and have so much more that you can show if you had a platform for that. So we were just like I said, we were of like minds and aligned in that situation, and everything was, as we're having a conversation, you notice in doing business and in being in partnerships, you gotta go with things where both of y'all are like, yeah,
right.
and yeah. There was never a moment where we're like, nah, I don't know about this or that. We weren't fighting it. You know what I mean? The biggest fight was, do I want to sit in front of this camera? That was our biggest fight.
Getting you in front of the camera with him.
Yeah, that was our biggest fight.
Hilarious. And he was obviously an advocate of, you need to be sitting here next to me doing this.
Tank is the biggest advocate of me.
I love that.
Which is very rare because stars never want to make other stars.
Which is unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate, but it's the truth. I mean, we can go down the line. Most stars don't hang out with each other. Stars hang out with people that can help them stay a star.
Stay a star.
And as soon as someone bubbles, that person somehow is not connected to them anymore. So it's a very weird thing, but very real.
I feel like that's an opportunity for us to visit that on this next chapter of our respective journey. How are we creating this collective and lifting each other up without feeling like we're going to lose something? Because I think a lot of it comes from this thought of, well, it's going to take away from me.
Yeah.
It's going to take away from what we've created. And it might stem back to the crabs in the barrel mentality. And there's got to be an element of breaking that and be able to show, like, when you get your dollar, that doesn't mean, or when somebody else gets a dollar, doesn't mean your dollar is going to now go down to 50 cents.
Right. I think, in my opinion, I think more of us should play team sports. Team sports. Like, more of us should, because it just gives you an outlook of brotherhood or sisterhood, and of depending on somebody else too, and not feeling a way about somebody else scoring.
It's funny you mention that, because obviously, knowing you well, I know how you came about in this with your family and the Neutrons. You were in the group with your brothers and all that, and I know how much music plays a role in your character. Yeah. But I also know how much basketball plays.
Yeah, I love basketball.
No, listen, and we have a lot. Like I know how much that plays a role, and you just talked a little bit about this, about team sports. Talk about how basketball and team sports has helped to kind of shape and mold you and those cultures and those nuances, which I'm so glad you even attributed it to the question prior to this, of having stars be comfortable with elevating stars. Yeah. You say team sports. Talk about how basketball has played this role for you, and how the team sports piece, why is that so critical, you think, for this next elevation?
Well, for me personally, it's always just been a source of enjoyment and relief. When my brother passed when I was 11, the first thing I went and did, I went to play basketball. I went to the park by myself, and I just shot around, just so it was like I could get my mind off of
place of joy,
the world, and the things that were going on with me at the time. But then, at that point, I wasn't even playing organized sports, because I was fully engulfed in music. We were, our group and the Neutrons, and so we weren't getting to play, team sports. But I just loved basketball, just being at school. And then later on, when I got to experience that, I realized, like, oh, I'm a person that really enjoys helping other people succeed.
But you're also a point guard.
You know what I mean? Like, so for me, and as they would say, which I don't even know if they truly exist anymore, a pure point guard.
Pure point
guard.
Like,
I get enjoyment off of
seeing somebody win and getting a good shot up in their rhythm, and assist.
You know what I mean? And winning.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with winning. Like, as they say, like, I love winning. I hate losing more than I actually love winning. Like, I hate losing. I do not like to lose. not to the point that I want to cheat.
Right.
But I want to win. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to play my hardest. I'm going to surround myself with people who understand the game, who don't take the bad shot. Mm-hmm. And I think that plays, and I look at that in life. A lot of people out here taking bad shots. A lot of people are pulling up on a double team. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, somebody's wide open under the basket. Mm-hmm. That connects to life too. And Tank and I think our relationship was built off of basketball, one, but also of our understanding of sports and understanding that in sports and team sports, you need other players and you need other people to shine for us to win as an organization, as a team, as a collective. So, like you said, you're talking about as a collective. I think for me, that's been really important. And even still, I've been doing a private basketball run for almost 20 years. Literally, for almost 20, maybe 20 years at this point. That every Tuesday and Thursday,
get it in,
we're playing basketball.
I miss those.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's important to me. And I've had everyone you can think of, from music to like professional athletes. I'm talking about from Chris Brown to Kyrie Irving, to DK Metcalf, football player, to Michael B. Jordan. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, where we could come, and I guess it's kind of been my golf course a little bit, because I don't want to play golf.
Hold up! Don't say you don't want to. You have not started.
No, I don't want to. I don't like the outdoors.
I was there.
No.
I've been where you are.
But mine is different. I don't like the outdoors.
Really?
Nah.
What's wrong with the outdoors?
If I'm going outdoors, I'm going to the beach. I don't want to go to grass.
Okay.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm glad we're documenting this right now, because we're going to be revisiting this in years, and I hope this change.
I mean, I'm going to get older, yeah, so I'm going to have to find something else to do, yeah. But you know what I mean? Because at some point they're going to be like, all right, Jay, you and this pull-up jumper, you got to at least get back up on defense.
Right, because you're just going to be waiting down
there. At some point,
there.
I'm not going to be able to get back on defense. I get it.
Exactly.
But golf for me, like, I'm not against it.
Hear you.
But like I said, I'm not an outdoorsy guy.
Okay.
So, I don't want to either be in like the blazing heat or go so early that it's cold. You're trying to figure out all these things. I don't like, alcohol is celebratory for me. It is a toast.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh yeah. Pour me a. I'm cool with water.
I was so there. This sounds so cute.
What I mean?
I was so there.
And cigars are disgusting to me.
Wow. I so can't wait. We're gonna have another conversation in like 5 to 10.
You see what I said though? I didn't fully.
You did.
Yeah,
you did. And I love that. One of the things you said there when you talked about being a guard and a point guard. It's so often I look back at my career, my time playing ball. It was very much the same thing, but I noticed the correlation of. I was a point guard who always wanted to put people in position to succeed.
Yes.
As a point guard, you have to know, okay, he likes to get the ball here so that he can go straight up for his jump shot, or he likes to get in a rhythm where he could just go up with his left, even though he's a righty.
Yeah.
Right? Once you know the key attributes of those that you play with and you lean into that, you now not only are helping them to be their best selves, but you're helping the team.
Yeah.
And that is such, and you said it so well, a transferable skill into life. And now I look at my walk and my journey, I'm still a point guard.
Yes.
I'm still looking to ensure that I'm putting people in positions to be the best version of themselves and have others see the greatness that is within them, right? Yeah. Because we don't do that enough.
No.
Assist.
We don't assist enough.
We don't. I wonder if assists have gone down in the league. This just came to my head. Have assists gone down?
I don't think they have, because of the way that the league is set up now.
Meaning?
Like, the extra steps and
Euros.
It still counts after this many dribbles, and it's. I'm like, okay, I guess that's an assist.
Right.
You know what I mean? But and I think since scoring is higher.
Right.
You would think
assists but that could also be attributed to the individual doing the work to score more, as opposed to somebody putting in them position to score more.
Yeah.
Wow.
There aren't many John Stocktons and Jason Kidds.
No.
I can't think of a Jason Kidd in the NBA right now.
A J Kidd in the
6'4",
That's a
monster defender,
visibility,
like
putting people in position to succeed.
I can't think of one.
No, you got me.
I can't think of one.
Yeah, it's
you got a couple little guys who pass because they're told they have to pass to stay in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't got guys that are like, oh well, I'm the leader of the team, but I'm also,
and I'm not even the top scorer, because everybody attributes the lead scorer to be the leader. And again, such transferable principles, and just elements that make total sense. But again, it goes beyond the sport, and that's why I know how much that plays a role in who you are.